Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 22 on 2nd down. Oh, the football's loose. And it's picked out by the Giants. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and the next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Milton now. Hits his tight end on the corner route. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has the New York touchdown. The Giants capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Here's Carter on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Option design here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line.
Here we go. 70 range. Set go.
Back now, pressure on its way. Gets everything he has on it. Wide open down the field, and he has it. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Starting from the 5. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Milton. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
They'll run now on second down. Has a lane inside the 25. And he did not get in. Finally stopped at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Working quickly here. They're going play action. Buying some time right.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Here we go, right up the gut. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They go play action here. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Milton. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Milton back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26, and it's good enough for a New York first down.
Go!
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative. When the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. Now Milton to throw. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants tie things up at 14. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Evans now to return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
70 Lions. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And now they face 2nd down.
Let's go. Go.
Here's a throw. Throw reeled in by Mayer. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Sack.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Secures this at the 17. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And it'll be Giants football. They've got 1st down from the 31. Back to throw. Here's Milton. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Milton. Short pass brought in. There he goes again. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a second quarter lead. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
They'll set up here for the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back gets the handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down. Offense up to the line fast. Here we go, second and 9. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Option give here. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They give it to him again. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
This time it's a passing play. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Third and long for him here. He steps in and makes the interception. Picked off by Andrew Phillips. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Yeah.
That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now, and it's going to feel even worse tomorrow.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. To throw, Milton. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Got for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's good for our Cowboys. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Okay, break. Here we go.
They'll try and throw it here. Pass is cut at the 9. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Dangerous route to have to defend, Brock. A lot of running backs are so good at sneaking behind defenders running that pattern.
And if you're going to find your back for a touchdown, Kate, this is the first route you'd expect. Get him a favorable matchup. This guy can flat out move. Send him out there, stress that coverage, and go deliver for 6.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Cowboys tie this game at 21. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Here's a return from the 7. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's low and bounces short of his man. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. So second down coming up.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Throwing on second and 10. Hits his running back. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Let's go now.
Milton now. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards. Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing now, Milton. Oh no, they get him yet again. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys get it back after making their third first-half interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes it the impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
After the sack, another pass on second down. They connect on the deep shot. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take the lead just before halftime. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Here's Carter on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
Pass play now. Chased out to his right. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he'll be touched down after a big play. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
Looking to the air here. It's taken in by Lamb. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. Run play only gets back to the line, and that'll bring up 4th down. On to try the field goal, Harrison Butker. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Throwing from the gun. Completed to his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, 9.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Milton. That one's complete over the middle. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Milton. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw. Else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't.
Milton back to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's a give on 1st and goal. Runs in for the New York touchdown. The Giants start the 2nd half with some needed points. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Evans now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go, here we go.
He's got it on the bootleg. Finds him on the crossing downs.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate, they stretch you vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
Play action on first down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush, finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He'll look to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 1 yard line.
Let's go now.
Goal to go. They're passing. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field, unfortunately.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 9-point advantage. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Butker with the extra point. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. This return starts at the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. Now Milton to throw. On the move, headed right. That's completed right side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They get 28 out of that play. And the Giants will have a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Plowing up the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Sideline throw reeled in by Neighbors. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's Milton. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Let's go.
Free play here. Let's see what he does. The throw is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th.
Giants 35.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Carter on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go, set. 18, Pioneer. Go.
They'll come out throwing. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Working quickly here.
At the 31.
Another carry for him. Has the first, but wants more. He's past the 45. And he's brought down at the 44. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They did it! He made the interception! And the Giants have some new life in the 4th.
Intercepted by the Giants.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Milton. Hits his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the 42. This is complete to Neighbors. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Giants down by only 3. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Milton now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is to throw. He brings it in. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants have taken the lead late. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Evans now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
He's got Smith. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go.
Setting up to pass. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Running it now out of the gun. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. And his kick is no good, and that could be a big one, Brock. They fail to push the lead to a field goal. We know what that means. Now even more pressure on their defense. Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. It's intercepted. That will do it. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys make one final massive play, and that finishes the win.